Welcome back to Inside Games Digest, the only channel brave enough to talk even more about the Microsoft Activision Blizzard merger, and we got some good news for Microsoft.
That's right, the EU is likely to approve the Microsoft Activision Blizzard merger.
Yeah, there's a lot of big regulators that have taken some beef with this merger, but it seems like one of the big ones might be ready to sign off on the deal.
Reuters reported that the European Commission is now likely to approve the deal after they were won over by Microsoft's willingness to offer licensing deals to rivals.
Oh, yes, it worked. That's a reference to the 10-year agreements Microsoft signed with Nintendo and Nvidia to bring Call of Duty and other Xbox games to those platforms.
Makes sense. Those were the anti-competition concerns they specifically cited. So, yeah, those deals are, quote, likely to address EU antitrust concerns, Reuters reported, citing 3 sources familiar with the matter.
They also said the European Commission is not expected to demand that Microsoft sell assets to win approval.
Right, that's because that's what the UK wants them to do, but we'll see. It's a massive win for Microsoft. It would be another huge hurdle for the tech giant to clear for this whole acquisition to go through.
Yeah, meanwhile, the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, which has been pretty skeptical of the merger, they basically said that none of these deals would alleviate it and that they'd have to bust up the company. They're going to make their final decision on April 26th, and a trial pitting Microsoft versus the US Federal Trade Commission over the merger is expected to start in August.
Yeah, and one thing to add, as part of that FTC lawsuit, a judge recently granted Microsoft access to lots of Sony's sensitive internal documents, including exclusivity contracts and 4 years of Sony's company records.
Oh, jeez, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome for them. I guess Microsoft requested the documents in preparation for the trial, and obviously Sony wasn't pleased to have to turn those over.
But you know who's pleased? Us. We're gonna get some data out of this. I mean, the juiciest stuff's probably gonna be redacted. That's mostly what they've done so far, but maybe we'll get a keener insight into how PlayStation conducts their business, especially their exclusives. So the saga continues, but it looks like things are starting to slosh Microsoft's way.
On to the next story. Could we be getting a sequel to the Switch this year? The Switch 2 or the beefier, the big chunga Switch?
Oh, that's the rumor after a leak surfaced on 4chan. Now, obviously, it's 4chan, so this should be taken with a giant grain of, maybe a mountain of salt. But it was supposedly verified by the well-known Pokemon leaker, Centro Leaks.
A well-known leaker, yeah. This leak was provided by somebody who claimed to be a programmer, not an uncle, a programmer at, quote, a Pokemon outsourcing company.
Yeah, it was a non-English speaker, so they used kind of a translating tool, but they did post this leak before the recent Pokemon DLC presentation. To their credit, the leaker did correctly predict everything that was revealed at the show, so giving them a little bit more credibility.
Okay, yeah. In addition to all the DLC leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they added this little tidbit at the end, quote, we're working on a graphics enhancement patch for the new Nintendo Switch models that will be released alongside DLC 2.
Nice. But will they charge for it? I don't know. Nintendo sometimes cuts people with breaks, sometimes they don't. I just don't want to have to pay another $20 to play Tears of the Kingdom in Switch 2 Vision or whatever. We'll see. That DLC 2, by the way, that's a reference to the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero expansion. That will launch in the winter of 2023.
Nintendo motto is, for you, full price. Hand it over.
Okay, Nintendo.
Yeah, we'll do it. But yeah, if true, that means we could be getting the long rumored beefed up Switch or a Switch 2 this year, like this winter. So right in time for the holiday shopping season.
Damn it, they're gonna sell me Tears of the Kingdom twice. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Up next, the Sonic creator admits to insider trading. Oh,
what have you done, Sonic? This is a sad one, I guess. I don't know. Anything related to Sonic. There's no sorrow with Sonic. It's only memes. But yeah, the co-creator of Sonic, Yuji Naka, admitted to insider trading while working at Square Enix.
Yeah, during a trial in Tokyo District Court, Naka admitted to violating Japanese law and trading $1 million in stocks while working at Square Enix, according to reports.
Nobody should be getting rich off of Sonic, all right? Nobody. The insider trading involved him purchasing $1 million in shares in A-Team Entertainment prior to the studio going public with Square Enix's mobile game, Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier.
He was also arrested over allegations of insider trading, allegedly buying stock in developer Aiming in 2020 prior to the studio going public with the new game Dragon Quest Tact.
Yeah, so basically it sounds like he knew like when a studio was going to come out with something, he'd buy up their stock. In court, Naka said, "There is no doubt that I knew the facts about the game before it was made public and bought the stock."
That is the definition of insider trading. Naka most recently made the critical and commercial dud Balan Wonderworld before he was let go from Square Enix.
Yeah, he didn't make any insider trading money off that game. he just sold before that game came out.
To continue our trail of sorrow, and you can't meme on this as hard as the Sonic creator going to jail. EA has laid off 200 employees, and they've done it in the most EA way possible. Not by selling them DLC, no, over Zoom.
Yeah, sources told Kotaku that the testers at EA's office in Baton Rouge, Louisiana were laid off during a surprise call at 8 a.m. to add insult to injury. They woke them up to fire them. During the morning Zoom call, they were informed that the entire QA team at the Baton Rouge office was disbanded.
Oh man, the testers mostly worked on Apex Legends, which by the way, they're doing some good work over there, and they quickly shared the news on Twitter.
One employee, Top Marks 420, that's an amazing name by the way, tweeted, quote, "EA just fired its entire Baton Rouge studio, which is essentially their entire Apex Legends QA staff."
Yeah, it's a bummer. In a response to Kotaku, an EA rep said, "As part of our ongoing global strategy, we are expanding the distribution of our Apex Legends testing team and ending testing execution that's been concentrated in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, impacting services provided by our third-party provider."
According to sources, the firings were a complete surprise, which makes sense, 8 a.m. on a Zoom call. Those impacted were allowed to collect their belongings from the office only under the supervision of security. They also got 60 days severance.
2 weeks to play through Balan Wonderworld, I guess.
All right, let's do an extremely fast review. I like Octopath Traveler. I don't know why they didn't name it 8 is enough. It's sitting right there, guys. It's... Y'all don't know. Y'all have no idea.
Yeah, that's a really old reference from Brian Gaar. Nice job, Brian. Way to go.
Keeping it classy. Keeping the show classy.
Too bad. That's what y'all hired me for.
All right, let's get to the video games coming soon this week. First, Pronti. Guide Pronti and its Javelin partner Bront as it defends the once great city of Roila. Explore the deep sea, fight mutant sea creatures, and discover the secrets behind this new Atlantis and this beautiful action-packed adventure. It's coming to the Nintendo Switch March 7th.
Next up, if you missed it the first time around, here's a golden opportunity. The Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition is the ultimate way to play the award-winning RPG from Obsidian Entertainment and Private Division. Including the base game and all DLC, this remastered masterpiece, the absolute best version of the Outer Worlds. This launches on the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on March 7th.
Next up, Caverns of Mars Recharge. Race through caverns while blasting away at enemies and terrain to reach the depths of Mars in this reimagining of the 1981 classic. Comes to PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and the PC everywhere March 9th.
Up next, Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. A group of children mysteriously disappeared during a festival on Rogetsu Isle. Although they were found, they had lost their memories. Now, they have returned to the island as teenagers. The girls rely on the camera obscura, a camera with the power to capture and seal away unthinkable horrors, and the faint beam of their flashlight while exploring various locations and fending off the ghosts that attack them as they attempt to discover the truth of their haunting past. It comes to basically every platform on March 9th.
Love Fatal Frame. Welcome back. Next, Figment 2 Creed Valley is an action-adventure game set in the human mind. Nightmares are spreading chaos and enemies have overrun once peaceful lands. Join Dusty, the mind's courage, as you make your way through puzzles, musical boss fights, and unique environments. Good God, this description just keeps going. Face your fears head on. I will. That sounds awesome.
Oni, road to be the mightiest Oni. Break your enemies' souls to reclaim your pride. Wow. On Kisujima, Demon Warrior Kuta and his partner Kazumaru challenge these souls to a trial, all in order to defeat Momotaru, who is both human and evil monster. A tale of sky and wind as they embark on an island quest. Comes to Switch, PS5, PS4, and PC March 9th.
Up next, one of my favorite television shows, Peaky Blinders, The King's Ransom. The first virtual reality game inspired by the epic gangster drama. It's 1928 and you've been fleeing the firing squad for over a decade, turning to infamous crime boss Tommy Shelby for help help, you become embroiled in the hunt for Winston Churchill's Red Box, a briefcase containing the identities of every British agent around the globe. Comes to Quest and PC VR on March 9th.
Next, we got The Last Spell. Defend the last bastion of humanity with your squad of heroes. Exterminate fiendish monsters with magic and brute force by night, and rebuild your battered city defenses by day in this tactical RPG with roguelike mechanics. That comes to the PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC on March 9th.
And last but not least, Bleak Faith Forsaken. Explore the last remnants of civilization in this vast, unforgiving, and interconnected world. Learn what is left of its history. Discover pockets of natural life in the perpetually expanding omnistructure. Lose yourself in a journey unlike any other. Find your purpose in the world. Sounds awesome. Comes to PC March 10th. That is all the news we've got for you this week, guys. Hope you're having a great week. Thank you to our patrons. We'll see you soon.